गल सारी तां होवे मेरे ढोल जुदाइयां दी तैनू खबर किवें होवे आ जावे दिल तेरा पूरा भी ना होवे ओ हाँ बड़ियां बड़ाइयां दी गल बात किवें होवे आ जावे दिल तेरा पूरा भी ना होवे
Go. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Ochakde Show. I'm your host, Sachin Syal. I'm a 15-year-old award-winning entrepreneur. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Tridoshas.com. If you're new here, this is a talk show or podcast where I interview entrepreneurs and inspiring individuals from all walks of life so we can learn from their stories and level up ourselves. The purpose of the show is to inspire you to go for it, and that's what Ochakde means. Today, we have a very special guest, Melvin Arthur. He is a music arranger and synth bassist at Coke Studio. Just some about Coke Studio. Coke Studio is a Pakistani television program and international music franchise, which features studio recorded music performances by established and emerging artists. It is the longest running annual television music show in Pakistan, running annually since 2008. He was one of the artists from the global hit song Pasoori, which got over 300 million views. He worked as the synth bass and was featured in the music video as well. So welcome to the show, Melvin. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much, Sachin, for inviting me, and it's an honor for me to share experience that I had over there in the Coke Studio as a performing artist, as a synth bass player, and being part of such a huge global hit. So yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, let's just kick it off with the first question. Where did you grow up and where are you from?
I grew up in Quetta, which is a city in Pakistan, and from there I moved to Lahore, which is the capital of Punjab province here in Pakistan, and I have continued my career as a professional musician here in Lahore. Though I read from Quetta and studied from Quetta, and I learned most of the music from Quetta, but Lahore is the hub for music industry, so I had to move here, and that's pretty much it.
Awesome. I love that. Well, let's go to the second question. How did you get introduced to music, and like how old were you at the time? Because for me, I'm 15 right now. I got introduced to entrepreneurship when I was 13. So how old were you?
As far as I remember, I was of the age 16 when I started learning music, and my primary instrument was acoustic guitar, and most of the things intrigued me while I used to play in the church for choir as a guitarist, as a bass player. So from there on, I had always been inclined towards the musical side of life, and since then I've continued to pursue my education in different fields of life, but the thing that has stayed for me for the last 1.5 decade or so, that was music.
Nice. Let's talk about synth bass. So I get confused with bass, like the fish, and bass, but it's bass.
No.
Yeah, it's bass. But
Yeah,
let's talk.
this sometimes throws me away. Yeah, most of the people from different fields of life ask me whether you play the fish or the instrument. I mean, is that even a question?
Yeah. But let's talk about what exactly that is and how it works and everything.
Well, bass has always been an integral part of Western music, and me being a bass player, I would say that bass is or has to be the most essential part of any orchestra for any kind of music. Actually, not just electronic, not just pop, not just rock, jazz, or any genre. For instance, like bass has always been an integral part since there used to be symphony orchestras performing back in the 19th century. So bass has always been an integral part of any orchestra, and since then it has evolved its shape, its sound design, its tonality, its elementary function. And nowadays in the pop music line of performing arts, the synth bass is very important to the whole orchestra, the whole sound design of the song. So before the synth bass, it was electric bass guitar, which was introduced by many great players like Larry Graham, Stanley Clarke, Jaco Pastorius, and there are lots of names that I can take and go on for the whole day. But the point is to, just people have acquired a different sense of relating themselves to music, and synth bass is some important part of the sound that has just recently taken place of the electric bass guitar. Though I am an electric bass guitarist, initially I was an electric bass guitarist, but due to the need of the industry, due to the need of commercial purposes of the music, I had to switch to synth bass.
Well, it's all very impressive, and all the work you've done, it's amazing. I love, especially in Go with Abdullah Siddiqui and Atif Aslam. That song, like with one of your strand hair coming down, that was so cool.
Yeah,
I love that. And then also
I love that song.
Yeah. What was your experience working on set on all these Coke Studio Season 14 songs?
Whoa, yeah, that's an amazing question, because I would always like to answer this question, because the environment of the set was always, very friendly and very, integrated, and people used to talk, people used to just stay connected to each other, and we used to jam a lot. We used to jam a lot between the takes, and it was quite the moment for all of us.
Nice. How do you think it was? What do you think Atif and Abdullah's personality is like behind the camera?
I think Abdullah is a little shy guy, but he's very intelligent with music and sound design. He's such a great composer, such a great songwriter, he's such a great music arranger. And Atif Aslam he's a very humble guy. He sings very good, and he plays cricket well.
Yeah, he does. I saw there was a song with Faraz Shafi, the cricket song, and Atif as well. In that,
the one that was there just before the PSL launch ceremony.
Yeah, so it's all amazing stuff, and jamming to music. I just put my AirPods on and I just listen to Go. It's like such an amazing song, and when I saw you, I'm like, I'm about to interview this guy. This is amazing. So I was really excited about that. But let's talk about how did you make it to Coke Studio? I know you previously worked at Nest Cafe Basement. So was it like you first did that, then you went to Coke Studio, and how did Zulfi Bhai reach out to you, or how did that work?
Actually, I've been associated with Zulfi Bhai since I guess back in the year 2015, when there was this first season of Nescafe Basement for me. It was the Nescafe Basement season 3, but it was the first for me, right? So from then and there on, Zulfi Bhai, I don't know, somehow he recognized all of my talents and all of my abilities, and even if there were so he just loaded onto me, and he said that you're going to go with us for the next season and for the next season of Nescafe Basement, and going on so forth up till the Coke Studio. I've been associated with Zulfi Bhai just as much as a brother would. I talk to him. He's my friend. He's my mentor. He's the one who guides me in most of the situations, and he's been there for me for most of the time. So I think this relation and this level of interaction, level of communication that we have is what brought me to the Coke Studio.
Awesome. All the Coke Studio season 14 is just such a gem.
I think there's also much to say about how I got into Coke Studio, but the main point is that Zulfi bhai knows what kind of a person and what kind of musical quotient I have. So what he would do is that he would always utilize the right person in the right position, and that also shows in what he's done with Coke Studio, what he's done with other projects like Nescafe Basement, and this is pretty much the game.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Let's talk about, like, I love music. My family loves music. We love Coke Studio. We watch it on the TV all the time. But what would a world without music be like for you?
Well, I've never imagined that. Quite frankly, I've never imagined a world without music. I mean, how can anyone just survive without emotion, without the actual things that matter? Actually, I would like to say on this that humans are, emotionally driven. Every decision that we take, every decision or every part of life is based on our emotional decisions, and to feed that emotional quotient of ours, we need music, right? Art plays a very important role in our lives, and we cannot just straight away imagine our lives without art. So music is pretty much for me the driving force of life, and I've never imagined a world without music. I don't know what will happen without music in the world.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a good place without music, because it just keeps people going, it keeps people happy, and the lyrics are very meaningful.
The color that we see the kind of color that we see in the people. I'm not talking about the skin color actually. I'm talking about the diversity,
Yeah.
There are lots of styles of music evolving in this world, and that is due to the diversity of the people. The way people think, the way people interpret their emotions into music, and that's pretty much it. I think so. Music is actually playing a very important role in innovating this world.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
What were some of the challenges in your journey, and how did you overcome them?
Actually, the only challenge that I think for doing music, or for just hanging on to music for the rest of my life, or for the years that I've been through music, the only challenge for me was to balance my emotional capacity with the analytical side, because practice requires us to be analytical, and music requires us to be emotional at the same time. So keeping a good balance of this analytical side of self and the emotional side of self, that has always been a challenge for me. Other than that, I don't think that there's any challenge.
Awesome. I like that, and I do agree with that challenge. What projects are you working on right now currently, and then what are some of your future plans?
I'm actually working on some of my original stuff. There's a song that I had written 7 years ago, and I'm planning to complete that song, and soon it will be published. And the future prospects for music for me are not much. I'm just looking forward to having a great time with music. That's it.
Nice. Do you want to, I don't know, you can say no to this, but do you want to do some of the lyrics right now, live?
Some of the lyrics, right. Actually, I don't think I have the lyrics. Are you talking about my original song?
Yeah,
right. So I've written that song in Urdu. I don't know if many people who are listening to you or who will, but give it a try. यही मेरा था जहां, ये तो मेरा ही किनारा था, मेरा पल है यही, मेरे हर मोड़ पे नजारा था, क्यों के रंगों का चेहरा धुल गया, इतना आसान लम्हा कैसे ढल ही गया.
Dude,
That's pretty
That
much
was-
it for.
that was awesome. That was awesome. Can you translate that for the US audience?
It's kind of a hyperbole. These lyrics are kind of a hyperbole for me. I don't know. I've not been prepared for translating all of this. and
Okay,
the
no
ways
worries.
that I see the ways that I see these lyrics into my life. You know, these lyrics can mean anything for me, and so have I written like it. So actually, the literal translation of that would be that there's a certain path, right? I'll just get you all through the summary of it. There's a certain path that everyone takes in their life, right? So whosoever takes that path, it's up to them. It's up to them to whether to stop or just keep on moving, because we are moving. Everyone is moving in time and space, so everything goes through time and space, and time and space has an external effect on all of us, right? So if we are to stop moving, right, we'll be affected in a bad way, or in a way that's not best for our lives or best for our existence, and I have so many song of mine. I don't know where to start. I just sing them.
So you love creating music and you love singing, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Nice. So we have the last two questions of the interview as we wrap up here. These are the last two questions that I asked to all my guests. The first one is, what is your best advice for teens, especially mainly like aspiring musicians?
I would say be patient and be consistent, and know what you have to do.
Yeah.
Don't just straight away go over the roof, or just don't start off with almost everything. Be consistent, be patient, and choose the right tool.
I love it. I think every teenager should follow that. And then the last question of the day is, what was your favorite part of being on the show?
My favorite part was that you're pretty much interactive, and I liked it, and almost I enjoyed every question, and you have great preliminary knowledge of what you want to ask, and that's a good thing.
I appreciate the kind words, and thank you so much for being on the show. Where can people find you on Instagram or online, on Facebook?
Just follow me on Instagram. I can't remember my user handle. Just type in Melvin Arthur. There will be lots of Melvin Arthurs on the internet. I don't know. Just write down Melvin Arthur on wherever you want to. Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram. I go by the name of Melvin Arthur.
Love it. Well, I had a blast, and I hope you did too. Guys, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.